St. Louis to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, a small city off the coast of Maine historically known for its fishing and whale watching hosted its 34th annual Salmon and Seafood Festival with some surprising guests. Plus 25 brewers highlighting Maine's craft beers were on display in Skowhegan. And for the first time in a week, NASA canceled, or for the second time in 1 week, NASA canceled the Artemis 1 launch. We'll have full details this morning. Good morning. Welcome into Good Morning Maine. I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Happy Labor Day. We have a few showers moving in this morning. Let's get a first check of our forecast with Devin Biggs. He joins us now.
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Happy Monday and also happy Labor Day. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Aerial flood watches in effect for parts of our viewing area this morning, especially further off toward the south and west. Courtesy of some decent rainfall that will be on the way over the course of today and tonight as well. Some areas seeing up to 1 to 2 inches of rain after they've already seen some decent rainfall already. We've been watching stuff developing from the south and west, moving to the north and east, so we haven't seen a whole lot with this just yet. In fact, there's a little bit of lightning across the southwestern parts of the state. We'll see this fill in a little bit more throughout the daytime today with decent rainfall throughout the rest of the afternoon period and also into the evening, as well as this flow of moisture right here going from the south and west, going toward the north and east. So, of course, some areas still in drought. The beneficial rainfall definitely will help. This may be too much over a short period of time, so we'll need to watch that closely as the rain chances will continue pretty much on and off throughout the daytime today. Later on tonight and parts of tomorrow is when all this will begin to taper off, and the sun will return late into the day on your Tuesday. As for the wind, no, it won't be too bad, mainly out of the north at times at around 5 miles per hour in some areas. So overall, the wind won't be too bad as we do move forward. But that hourly forecast moving forward for the rest of the morning period, showing those rain showers moving in. We'll keep those rolling through the afternoon period. Temperatures struggling to reach the upper 50s to lower 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe?
Devin, thank you. First up this morning, on Friday, the Sanford Police Department responded to the intersection of Bates and Bowdoin Streets after a man was reportedly stabbed. When officers arrived at the scene, they learned that the male had been transported to the hospital in a private vehicle. The Sanford PD notified the Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit, who responded to the scene along with the Maine State Police Evidence Response Team. 32-year-old Dane Brooks of Sanford died from severe injuries Saturday morning. Several law enforcement agencies continue to investigate. A Sherman man is facing charges after he allegedly threatened to shoot a healthcare worker. 19-year-old Josiah Walker made his initial court appearance on Friday. Walker allegedly went to the Katahdin Valley Health Center in Patton on Wednesday to get a religious exemption form signed for a COVID-19 vaccination. Now, when the healthcare worker said she was unable to sign his form for school, Walker allegedly became very angry and threatened to come back with a gun and, quote, shoot her in the head. After he left, the health center went on lockdown. According to court documents, employees told police they saw him drive by several times. He was later arrested in Presque Isle. Walker is charged with terrorizing, criminal threatening, and violation of bail. His bail is set at $2,500 cash. A district judge has ruled in favor of a Hampden parent's right to continue speaking against what he calls pornographic literature in schools. Sean McBriarty received a notification back in July that he could no longer attend RSU 22 school board meetings, as well as school grounds, over allegedly obscene behavior at prior meetings. McBriarty later filed a lawsuit against the school system, and Judge Nancy Terreso ruled in favor July 20th. McBriarty has appeared at a series of school board meetings advocating against critical race theory and what he calls hypersexualized literature being placed on a middle school reading list.
Nobody I know is talking about banning books or burning books. Nobody's doing that. What we're asking for is age-appropriate book titles with parental consent and accountability, and that's not what's going on here. These librarians and teachers want to bring books into the system without ever going through the actual library computer.
The court concluded they were trying to restrict him only because of what he was saying, and that you cannot do.
McBriarty says per the settlement, he will receive a sum of $40,000, which he plans to use towards lawyer fees and financial supports of their parents' rights to have a say in their child's education. And on Sunday, PETA protested an annual seafood festival in Maine. Devin Dagnall has the details.
I just didn't see that many people that even looked up at it, and when they did, they shook their heads. So
this weekend, Eastport, a small city off the coast of Maine historically known for its fishing and whale watching, hosted its 34th annual Salmon and Seafood Festival. On Sunday, PETA supporters made an appearance. A plane flew over the festival for about an hour with a banner that read, "Fish have feelings. Do you? Try vegan."
I've never seen anything like that before. I thought it was wonderful that they had that plane there. Number two, it's making me think of fish as like having feelings.
The animal activist group commissioned the plane in an attempt to persuade the attendees to switch to a plant-based diet. A diet that has been gaining steady popularity for its ecological impact and because it's becoming more and more available to the average consumer.
There is no valid justification for animal abuse. And now fishermen could profit and spare animals tremendous suffering by getting in on the ground floor of the vegan seafood market, which according to a recent Forbes projection is, quote, ripe for exponential growth.
Sebastian Bell, executive director of the Maine Aquaculture Association, says that it was flattering that PETA protested the event because the protest actually gave the festival an out-of-state recognition. Bell says the welfare of not only the fish farmed in the area, but also the environment that surrounds them, is of a fisherman's highest priority.
If something happens bad in the environment here, we're the first people to see it because we're farming in and on and under the water. And so we actually become environmental stewards, not just of the animals that we grow, but also of the environment around us.
Many of the people attending the event were indifferent to the protest and saw it as nothing more than PETA exercising its right of free speech. In Eastport, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
And the time is now 6:07. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine. September has begun. The kids are back in school, but once again, the state is seeing a lack of bus drivers, creating major problems for some districts. But before you go, let's take a look at that forecast. Temperatures as high as 60 degrees today. It'll be a cooler Labor Day. A little bit of rain moving in. That'll come in around 9 or 10 o'clock this morning and continue into this evening. We'll see some fog around the area with temperatures dropping down to a low of 57. And tomorrow the sunshine is back with a little bit of clouds mixed in and a high of 72.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field, and a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
From a humble horse and buggy beginning over 100 years ago to a fleet of modern deluxe motor coaches today, Sear North Star Tours wants to take you places. In Maine, throughout the United States, and abroad, we offer tours and day trips to suit everyone's interests and passions. Cherry blossoms in the spring, Prince Edward Island in the summer, trips to the city, trips to the shore, culture, history, music, and more. Sear North Star Tours. Where can we take you?
Hello, Eastern Maine. Watch You Bet Your Life weekdays at 10 a.m. here on ABC 7.
You got a temporary restraining order against him.
Threatening me, threatening my life. It's my biggest regret in life.
Stay away.
Hot Bench. Monday at 3 on ABC 7.
Welcome back. I'm Joe Cortez. The ongoing bus driver shortage is causing problems as students head back to the classroom. The most recent incident comes in Lewiston, where about 300 students were forced to find another way home after 2 bus routes were canceled earlier in the week. Rowell Garage's transportation director, Jenny Chase, describes the challenges her organization is dealing with due to the shortages.
We have to double up runs. It takes longer. Sometimes you have to give up trips. And I can't say that this year is any worse than other years. Last year it was the same.
Anyone interested in becoming a bus driver should head to the Maine Department of Education's website for more information. And with Labor Day here, experts are saying that this would be the busiest travel weekend so far. Matthew Jarodzic joins us now with the details.
With Labor Day and the end of summer approaching, people are looking to get one final road trip or vacation in before it gets cold. Bangor International Airport Director Tony Caruso says with COVID-19 restrictions being relaxed, he expects more people to travel.
We're anticipating a busy travel weekend comparable to like the 4th of July.
According to a AAA survey, 32% of Americans are going to be traveling this Labor Day weekend, with 82% expecting to travel by car. Even with a majority of people traveling on four wheels, airline passengers are expecting the worst.
Expect lines and maybe delays.
I'm hoping for the best.
Yet others are not too worried about the challenges the weekend is going to bring.
I really don't have any. I travel fairly often, so as long as the flights are on time and I get home, that's my goal today.
I'm trying not to have any and just enjoy it.
With Labor Day marking the unofficial end of summer, AAA Director of Public Affairs Pat Moody says this is something travelers have been waiting for a while.
With the pent-up travel demand for the last 2 years, people want to get out there and travel. So this Labor Day weekend is it's going to be similar to what we saw for Independence Holiday, Memorial Day.
Despite the busy weekend, Caruso says this is what he was looking forward to.
I think this is more, what we're used to seeing, pre-pandemic, if you will. The busy travel seasons and, recommending that passengers get here, early enough to get checked in and go through security screening. So, we are seeing those numbers that rival those pre-pandemic numbers.
According to Tony Caruso, he told me the best advice for travelers is to arrive 2 hours early to avoid long lines and make it through TSA. Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Don't go anywhere. Excuse me. After the break, leaders from across the state gathered for another day of Maine's Opioid Response Summit. Plus, President Biden hitting the road again this Labor Day, celebrating American workers at events in two closely watched midterm states. We'll be right back.
Come to the Maine Wiener Fest, September 11th at the Steamboat Landing Park on the Belfast waterfront. There's something for everyone, including a canine costume contest, a grand parade, a Duxie Derby, and more. Join these local businesses for the celebration. Goose River Farm on Belmont Avenue in Belfast. GRF Real Estate Company on Belmont Avenue in Belfast. And Riptide Smoke Shop, voted Waldo County's Business of the Year 2017 and 2019 through 2022.
ABC 7, Fox 22, and Firehouse Subs want to send you to see Jason Aldean live in concert on his Rock and Roll Cowboy Tour with special guests Tracy Lawrence and John Morgan, Saturday, September 10th at the Maine Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Firehouse Subs, located at 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor, where a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. Win tickets to see Jason Aldean, September 10th on the Bangor waterfront.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is.
Good morning, America.
GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Governor Mills' opioid response seminar series resumed on Friday. The seminar featured leaders from across the state who discussed critical strategies to combat substance use disorder. A.J. Douglas has the details.
Following Governor Janet Mills' fourth annual opioid response summit, it was announced that a series of seminars would follow to continue discussing crucial action plans to prevent drug overdoses during a statewide opioid epidemic. The initial seminar focused on treatment methods such as methadone, medication, Medications like methadone have been used for decades as an opioid addiction antidote treatment. Healthcare professional Jacqueline Sears says the goal is to get patients on a more independent form of treatment by ultimately prescribing medication.
The purpose is to increase functionality and quality of the individual needing services, to reduce withdrawal symptoms and cravings. It is a life-saving measure.
Pete Morris, co-founder of Everest Recovery Center, says stigmas and false narratives prolong the advancement of opioid medications.
Addiction is a chronic illness, and it's accompanied by significant changes in the brain. Addiction, does not occur because of moral weakness or lack of willpower or unwillingness to stop.
Morris outlined the ongoing barriers facilities face while treating substance abuse disorder. Morris says among those barriers are funding, educating stakeholders about the benefits of medication, and
the biggest challenge right now is workforce. It's really very challenging, and specifically in the clinical area.
The director of opioid response for the governor's office, Gordon Smith, says the Mills administration plans to continue these conversations to educate stakeholders working to expand opioid treatment programs and update an existing action plan.
Because of our increasing overdoses and all the changes in the drug supply, we know we have to update the plan continually.
The next seminar will take place on October 7th. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
It's quarter past the top of the hour. Let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs. He joins us now with the latest. Good morning, Devin, and happy Monday.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Already, aerial flood watches in effect. Those will last until about Tuesday morning as all this rain will then get out of here. We're going to keep those showers going for most of the daytime today. Some heavy downpours possible in a few areas. With a flow of moisture that will be moving in, we're seeing a few showers moving in from the southwest going towards the east this morning, maybe a little bit northeast as well, but we'll keep this going and it'll fill in even more throughout the daytime today. There may be some breaks from time to time, but overall it'll be a cool, raw day with plenty of rain on the way, though, as we'll be watching this system right here tracking from the southwest going toward the north and east. We'll have to wait till later this week before things calm down and temperatures make a rebound. 70s and 80s will soon be back in the forecast, so this cool down today will be temporary. Let's talk about the tropics. Things really getting active over the weekend. No, we do have Earl out here. This is what Earl looks like at this point now, a tropical storm. And we also have Danielle. It's also a hurricane out there that's really getting its act together at this point. Not as impressive as what Earl looks like at this point, but giving you the bigger picture, though, Earl is moving towards the northwest at about 3 miles per hour with winds up to 50 miles per hour, and Danielle winds up to 90 miles per hour and moving towards the north-northeast at about 6 miles per hour or so. Here's the projected path here. So Earl is going to be tracking toward the north and east, maybe getting close to Bermuda and getting close to a Category 3 strength hurricane. So you may have to watch this closely for those heading over to Bermuda. Little areas to the north and east. Here's Danielle right here. This will begin to become extratropical, and this will be leaving us alone. So thankfully, we do not have to worry about Danielle at all. Neither do we have to worry about Earl either, but those heading to Bermuda may have to keep an eye on that one closely. Lower 60s is all we'll do today, bringing it back here at home with lower 70s for you Tuesday, upper 70s Wednesday, middle 70s for you Thursday, making it back to the 80s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Average high is 75 degrees, so we'll go from below average to above average later in the week. Dew points, so will not be too terrible, though you might notice them being a little bit higher with the rain chances moving in, but overall, we'll still remain in the 50s over the next several days. Nothing too extreme in the dew points department on the way anytime soon. Plenty of rain on the way today. You may notice a rumble of thunder from time to time. We'll keep the showers going later on tonight as well with areas of dense fog. But throughout the daytime tomorrow, those clouds will finally get out of here and things will begin to improve as we head throughout the week. As for the rainfall totals, definitely need the rainfall, but some areas could see up to 1 to 2 inches of rain before we're all finished up with lesser amounts the farther to the east you go. So your forecast for today, though, rain showers and cool out there on this Labor Day. Highs in the lower 60s, that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 50s, rain showers, some dense fog as well. Northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, decreasing clouds, highs in the lower 70s. Northeast wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Look at this. We're dry by Tuesday, mostly cloudy. Highs in the low 70s, upper 70s for your Wednesday with a mostly sunny sky. Middle 70s Thursday, a partly cloudy sky. And mostly sunny on Friday. Highs warming to the lower 80s.
Every year, over 16,000 fires are caused by dirty block dryers and clogged vents, even when you clean the lint trap every time. Introducing the Hurricane Lint Lizard, the revolutionary cleaning device that gets deep inside your dryer to clean the dangerous lint that even your lint trap leaves behind. Look, we used a professional inspection camera to show the inside of this dryer, and lint was everywhere. But just attach the Hurricane Lint Lizard on any vacuum. Then push it into your dryer, and instantly the hidden lint is removed. Now the inside is perfectly clean and back to factory fresh. The secret is the flexible design that follows the inner airways of your dryer and cleans away the hidden problems. Just look at all the lint we cleaned out of this dryer. Plus, a dirty dryer takes forever to dry clothes and wastes energy. But with the Lint Lizard, your clothes will dry faster and your energy bills will be less.
There's so much lint in there, and it came out so easy.
I thought I kept my dryer clean. This thing really works.
Wow, this is easy. You can see the lint coming out. Now that's a lot of lint. I can't believe my dryer even ran.
Plus, it'll clean your dryer vents too. Just insert Lint Lizard right in your vent to ensure a clean dryer exhaust.
After seeing as many dryer fires as I have, I would recommend this product to everyone. It's an easy, fast, effective way to get rid of lint, and it will make your home safer.
So forget about messy brushes that are hard to use. Get your Lint Lizard today for just $14.99. But wait, order now and you can get a second Lint Lizard. Plus, get our Dust Lizard, the universal vacuum attachment that cleans deep into even the tiniest cracks and crevices of your home. The individual suction tubes conform to any shape. There's no easier way to dust car AC vents. Now clean without having to move a thing. Just pay a separate fee. You can get all this at incredible value, but you have to call or click now.
Call 1-800-541-3884. That's 1-800-541-3884 or visit hurricanelинtlizard.com. So call 1-800-541-3884 now.
Happy Labor Day weekend from ABC 7.
President Joe Biden will hit the road again this Labor Day, holding events in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. It comes as the battle for control of Congress in the upcoming midterm elections is heating up. This will be the president's third trip to Pennsylvania in recent days, a key battleground state. Former President Donald Trump was also in that state this weekend, holding his first rally since the FBI raid. ABC's Jay O'Brien has the latest from Washington.
President Biden hitting the road again this Labor Day, celebrating American workers at events in two closely watched midterm states, Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. This will mark Biden's third trip to the Keystone State in less than a week, most recently in Philadelphia, delivering a stinging rebuke of so-called MAGA Republicans, mentioning his predecessor by name.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
The president trying to frame the upcoming midterm elections with control of the House and possibly Senate on the line as a battle to protect democracy. Republicans calling his remarks divisive.
It basically condemned all Republicans who supported Donald Trump in the last election. That's over 70 million people. And, saying that Republicans are a threat to democracy is really a slap in the face.
The president clarifying Friday he wasn't condemning all Trump voters, just those standing by him now after the violence on January 6th and Trump's continued false claims the 2020 election was stolen. But that support on full display this weekend when former President Trump held his own event in Pennsylvania, a rally teasing possibly another presidential run in 2024.
So I may just have to do it again.
But first we have to win a historic victory for the Republican Party this November.
The former president was in Pennsylvania to campaign for Doug Mastriano, who's running for governor, and Dr. Mehmet Oz, who's running for Senate. But he spent a large portion of the rally, his first since the FBI seized classified documents from his Florida home, using that search to fire up his most passionate supporters.
And still to come here on the second half of our show. For the second time in a week, NASA canceled the Artemis 1 launch. See what's next. Plus, Skowhegan welcomed craft breweries from across the state of Maine. We'll take a look at this and other highlights from the weekend.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Baderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub, now open. Experience outdoor dining at its finest 7 days a week with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family, friends, business partners, or that special someone. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first all over again.
When Ryan White of Hartley's in Newport wants to know his weather, he logs on to foxbangor.com. Ryan has been with Hartley's for 3 years, and he looks to make your buying experience fast, fun, and easy, and with multiple repeat customers, it's fair to say you won't be disappointed.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
From gourmet wraps to cappuccinos and espresso, come experience the difference local makes. Basic or exotic with more than 100 different cuts of meat and 40 cafe drinks. Outside seating, live music events, the newest It spot is right in the heart of Maine.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
It's Monday, September 5th, Labor Day of 2022. Some daily trivia. The Muppet Show premiered 46 years ago today. Comedian Bob Newhart is 93 today, and actress Raquel Welch is 82. Singer Rod Stewart, 77. Actor Michael Keaton is 71. Actress Rose McGowan is 49. And along with Labor Day, today is National Don't Be Late for Something. May not want to be late to those cookouts. The food could be out of there. There's a lot of events going around here, around the Bangor and Brewer area. Be sure to check out Facebook for all the local events if you are visiting. And I wish I could say I had some better news about the weather, but the rain will be moving in soon, and it looks like it's going to be a wet Labor Day. Let's turn it over to Devin Biggs. He has another check of our forecast.
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Happy Monday and also happy Labor Day. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Aerial flood watches in effect for parts of our viewing area this morning, especially further off toward the south and west. Courtesy of some decent rainfall that will be on the way over the course of today and tonight as well. Some areas seeing up to 1 to 2 inches of rain after they've already seen some decent rainfall already. We've been watching stuff developing from the south and west moving to the north and east, so we haven't seen a whole lot with this just yet. In fact, there's a little bit of lightning across the southwestern parts of the state. We'll see this fill in a little bit more throughout the daytime today with decent rainfall as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon period and also into the evening, as we'll have this flow of moisture right here going from the south and west, going toward the north and east. So, of course, some areas still in drought. The beneficial rainfall definitely will help. This may be too much over a short period of time, so we'll need to watch that closely as the rain chances will continue pretty much on and off throughout the daytime today. Later on tonight and parts of tomorrow is when all this will begin to taper off, and the sun will return late into the day on your Tuesday. As for the wind, no, it won't be too bad. Mainly out of the north at times at around 5 miles per hour in some areas. So overall, the wind won't be too bad as you do move forward. But that hourly forecast moving forward for the rest of the morning period, showing those rain showers moving in. We'll keep those rolling through the afternoon period. Temperatures struggling to reach the upper 50s to lower 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe?
Devin, thank you. Well, for the second time in a week, NASA had to cancel the Artemis 1 launch. The launch had been scheduled for Saturday afternoon, but it was called off as the countdown was in progress. The first launch attempt on Monday was foiled by last-minute technical problems This would have been the debut test flight of the giant rocket that was expected to go on the first mission of NASA's Moon to Mars Artemis program. The mission was brought to a halt when technicians were not able to repair a leak of supercooled liquid nitrogen propellant inside the rocket. There was no immediate word on when the third launch attempt will be made, but it might not be until next month. And the 6th annual Skowhegan Craft Brew Festival brought in over 1,000 patrons who had no problem saying cheers to the weekend.
Saturday, the Skowhegan Craft Beer Festival featured 25 breweries, highlighting Maine craft beer, wine, and food vendors. Many locals came out to enjoy the festivities in Skowhegan's historic downtown area.
Oh, the Brewfest is a ritual for us to come to every single year. Skowhegan rocks. This has always been the most fantastic way to end the summer.
A great community event, the support, a lot of friends here. Good time to get out and try these different alcohols from the vendors. Just a good time overall.
Patrons were happy to support local businesses in the area.
I love the beer, I love the people. Love supporting downtown Skowhegan.
Awesome opportunity to support Maine breweries and enjoy Skowhegan.
We spoke to a local business owner who says they have attended the Brewfest for the past 3 years because of the promotion for their business and some fun in downtown Skowhegan.
People like to eat when they drink.
Gets the name out. They call us in turn for events. So it's good all around.
Main Street Executive Director Christina Cannon says the event shows people from near and far that Skowhegan is a hidden treasure.
We have a lot of people that are in town, but a lot of people that come from out of town that want to see Skowhegan and hang out in our downtown. But really, this is all about Skowhegan, and it's all about bringing people to Skowhegan to showcase our awesome community.
In Skowhegan, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
An annual tradition was back in Blue Hill, and it got something new. The Blue Hill Fair has opened an attraction that turns one children's book into a reality. Devin Dagnall has more.
You know, it's fun to see the kids, the families come in and be able to see animals that they probably don't see every day.
With rides, food, games, and agriculture, the Blue Hill Fair is like many of the other fairs throughout the state. However, Blue Hill's latest attraction is setting it apart from the rest. That attraction? Well, it's some pig. Based on the popular children's book by E.B. White, Charlotte's Web, the Blue Hill Fair has constructed an attraction where families can meet their favorite pig, Wilbur, and rat, Templeton.
E.B. White wrote Charlotte's Web, and he lived in the next town down in the town of Brooklyn. So the Blue Hill Fair and Charlotte's Web go hand in hand. He wrote about bringing Wilbur to a fair, and being right here, this was his hometown fair.
Fitch says that the live exhibit was made period accurate to the 1950s fair to give patrons an experience close to E.B. White's when he may have first been inspired to write his classic story.
The Blue Hill Fair actually needed special permission from E.B. White's family in order to put on this attraction. But because of that special permission, they're not only the only fair in the state to be able to do this, but the only fair in the country that can have a Charlotte's Web attraction.
No need to worry if you're not able to make it to the Blue Hill Fair this year to see Wilbur, because the attraction is going to be a permanent one. In addition to its newest attraction, the Blue Hill Fair will be filled with all kinds of entertainment, ranging from wood carving to live music from now through Labor Day. In Blue Hill, I'm Devin Dagnall with ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will join for sports as high school football kicked off its opening week. Plus, we'll have a nice interview with some history around Labor Day. But first, let's get a quick look at our forecast. Temperatures only warming up to 60 degrees today. It'll be a cooler Labor Day for us. Some rain is in store throughout the day and into this evening. We'll see the fog roll in this afternoon. Temperatures drop down to a low of 57 overnight. And we'll see those temperatures warm back up to the low 70s tomorrow with a little bit of cloud mixture and some sunshine.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, Buy from the best, forget the rest.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating.
990-2200.
Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
You know, I love me some good GMA in the morning. Robin, George, Michael, and GMA. Now that's how you start your day.
Good morning, America.
Yep, bring your friend.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. It was a big night in the state of Maine on Friday. It was like Christmas morning, Friday night football for the first time of the year. We have 5 games from Friday for you from around the state. Who's ready? We are going to start with Brewer and Bangor, the across-the-river rivalry. Brewer in the first quarter here, lining up in the Wildcat from the goal line. Snap goes to Cameron Hughes, and he just muscles his way in for the score. He got across the goal line. That's not a touchdown, not a fumble. 4 touchdowns for him tonight. Brewer takes it 35-6. Let's move on now. It's going to be Skowhegan in Lawrence in Class B, and we are going to do this play. Tyler Annis on the jet sweep. Some great blocking in front of him, and he turns on the Jets, finds the hole, and he is just off. Great 9-1-1 effort from the Bulldogs, but Annis had the Crisco working tonight. Bodies flying off of him like human pinball. All the way in for the score. Riverhawks take it 41-21. Let's move on now. It's Bonnie Eagle taking on the Merrimack Tomahawks from New Hampshire. Bonnie Eagle trying to start Maine off on the right foot in an interstate play. Cam Marcello airing one out for C.J. Cooper, who hauls it in for a touchdown. As Bonnie Eagle, they're going to take this one in a wild one. 33-27 is that final. We are going to head over from this game now and back into Maine, over to Hamden Academy. This game between Hamden and Madison came down to the wire. Broncos trying to take the lead with under 30 seconds to play from inside their own 25. Jack Johnson rolls out, and he's looking end zone, heaves it downfield, falls incomplete, and Madison celebrating. They go on to win. 16-14 is the final. All right, for our last game of the night, Herman at MCI. Hawks looking to continue some momentum from last year. Herman with the ball after a turnover. Johnny Kokoska dropping back. He's going to let this one fly down the left sideline, drops it right into the hands of Bruce Coulter for the score. The Hawks go on to win this one. 48-13 is the final. Let's move on now to some news out of the basketball world in Maine. South Portland native J.P. Estrella, ESPN's 44th ranked player in the class of 2023, has committed to Tennessee for next season. The Volunteers were a 3 seed in last year's NCAA tournament, but they lost to the University of Michigan in the round of 32. As for Estrella, he led South Portland High to a Class AA state title this spring as a junior, and after he wraps up his senior year at Brewster Academy, he'll be joining the Vols, the same school that Celtics forward Grant Williams attended before being drafted by Boston.
Yes, I actually Grant Williams FaceTimed me a couple of days ago, actually. I talked to him for a little bit, yeah. He's awesome. He was just talking to me, just like a normal human being, and if I ever need anything, I always could hit him up now, so it's just a great another connection I have now. That visit, for me, was really the only visit that I kind of didn't really want to leave. At the end of it, I was like, is it really time to go? I was trying to stay a little bit longer. But yeah, that visit, after that, I was just like, I think this is going to be the spot for me for sure.
Congratulations to JP. Looking forward to watching him at the next level. Staying on the subject, Celtics forward Danilo Gallinari has reportedly suffered an ACL tear, according to the team, an injury that could cause him to miss the entire 2022-23 season. Gallinari is one of the Celtics' biggest offseason pickups, coming in with Malcolm Brogdon. He suffered the injury playing with his home country of Italy in a FIBA World Cup qualifying game. All right, let's move on now and head up to Orono for some field hockey. Friday was a beautiful afternoon for it. Black Bears had their home opener, looking to grab the first win of the season against Dartmouth, and Maine's offense wasted no time getting things started. It's Mallory McKenzie making it a quick 1-0 game just a couple minutes in, and less than 5 minutes later, the Black Bears would add to it on a goal from the Skowhegan alum Bria Kennedy off the corner. Dartmouth able to get on the board with a goal from Bronwyn Bird, though, but after that, it was just all Maine. Here's Chloe Walton going coast to make it 3-1. Just really impressive goal from Walton right here. McKenzie would grab another, and Maine goes on to win 5-2 is the final. All right, that's all we have for sports. We'll be right back after this.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine for more than 30 years with an extensive inventory, including mini track loaders with attachments, full-size track skid steer, track loader and backhoe, wheel loader with attachments, a 50-foot towable aerial lift, and a 45-foot self-propelled four-wheel drive lift. If you can't find it on our website, we can find it for you. Call for multi-day and weekend special rates.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
And welcome back into Good Morning Maine.
We are here with Mark Cryer. He is the Director of Bureau of Labor Education at the University of Maine. Mark, thank you for being with us here today.
Very good to be here.
And he's here to talk to us about the history of Labor Day and why it's still historically relevant today and why we still celebrate it. Mark, when was Labor Day established?
That is a complicated question. So Labor Day was formally recognized by the Governor of Maine in 1891. It was federally recognized as a holiday in 1894, but Labor Day existed prior to any of those recognitions. So in 1882, a federation of labor unions and trades organizations in New York City held the first Labor Day parade in 1882. And after 1882, unions, labor organizations, and even some civic groups adopted it as their own holiday. We need to remember that this is, the 19th century. Things were a little less organized than they are now.
Took a little longer to implement.
Took a little longer, and also you had more diversity across the United States. So cities could adopt holidays or parades that were quite a bit different from what was going on in neighboring states and neighboring areas. So Labor Day has a history that started informally before it was recognized, and it was recognized here at the state level before it was recognized in 1894 by the federal government.
That's so interesting. I feel like so many historical precedents that we know now started oftentimes in New York City, at least on the East Coast, because they had so much diversity and such a big population so early on in our history that it's like, wow, a lot was moving and going on there.
They had a lot of labor unions. They had a lot of trade organizations. They had a lot of immigrants that came into the United States already carrying with them a tradition of labor organizing. From Italy, Italians come to mind, but other groups as well. So yes, they sort of lead the way in terms of our perception of labor, labor history, and I think that's something that people who live in New York City often bring up. Perhaps seem greater than it really is, because Maine, I want to say, has its own very rich labor history. The first labor strike in the United States arguably took place in Maine, right here in Maine, on Richmond Island so not that far away, just off the coast, visible from the shore of Maine, in 1636.
Interesting.
So
a couple hundred years before you even enacted it as a federal holiday.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was definitely one of the very first labor strikes in history, I think, and probably the first labor strike in U.S. history, right here in Maine.
Cool.
So.
On an island, no less.
On an island.
Yeah.
Arguing over wages and food.
Right.
The condition of the food they were eating.
Gotcha. Yeah, I believe it.
And we look at fast tracking to today, labor unions and organizations. We've seen a couple over the last couple of years. There were some involved in some bigger corporations, like down in Augusta at the Chipotle and the Starbucks and all around. What has kind of changed over the hundreds of years we've been celebrating this, involving laborers and unions?
Well, so much has changed. I mean, so much has changed, and yet so little has changed. I mean, 1636, they were still fighting over basic things that any worker could understand. They weren't paid enough. The working conditions were harsh. The food was bad. I think maybe workers are less interested in the food their bosses provide these days, but many of the things are very much the same. Labor, in terms of numbers of people who are actually members of labor unions, it peaked around the early 70s and has been declining.
Yep.
Recently, we see an upsurge of organizing, and some of that organizing has been in places where you don't see labor unions traditionally. Starbucks, Chipotle. These are generally service jobs where unions have not been involved. So we are seeing unions in new places. The numbers are relatively the same so far. I mean, they're pretty much the same as they were last year and the year before. But we are seeing more organizing and more vigorous campaigns on the internet, social media.
Being able to communicate gives you that opportunity to discuss things on a worldwide level.
It does.
Right. And, I mean, how do you think the holiday is still important to recognize and learn about still to this day?
Labor Day is an important holiday because it recognizes the inherent dignity of work and workers, but also work itself. It makes us focus on, or it should make us focus on, the reality that what we live in, the world we live in, is created by labor. The couch we're sitting on, the work that you're doing right now, interviewing me, all this is work. The world around us is created by work. And Labor Day gives us a moment to think about that very clearly, to appreciate it, celebrate it, and also to celebrate the organizations that make it possible, and unions, trade organizations that make work something that we can enjoy rather than just suffer.
Yeah, that's a very interesting and poignant response. There's so many things. I like that you use the example of this couch. I mean, when we get things when we buy things that are from so far away, and I mean, when things are outsourced, it's really easy to take that for granted and forget that somebody harvested the materials to get this here. Somebody in a factory put these things together painstakingly, and now we get to sit and work and just sit on it. So that's very interesting.
And in different places.
Right.
Undoubtedly, products around us were built out of pieces from places all over the United States or all over the world.
Right. That had different types of standards and places, different types of labor standards for working in.
Right, and arguably, if you were selling these items, you would look for the cheapest labor. You would be trying to find the place where you could put them together, or create them, or harvest the pieces at the cheapest possible labor rates. And so, there's a little contradiction there. We become aware of things like that on Labor Day. That's what we hopefully look at during Labor Day.
Right. And it's really easy to overthink that because, hey, it's a day off. We're gonna go golfing.
It's a Monday.
We're not gonna think about
But it gives you an opportunity to reflect on everything. And switching back from, we were talking a lot about the worldwide, and coming back here to Maine, there are some events going on around the local area, and I know you'll be attending. You won't be taking the day off.
Yeah.
I will be attending some labor events locally in Brewer at 21 Ivor Street. There will be a Labor Day celebration offered by the Eastern Maine Labor Council. and there will be food. I suggest people look it up online, that they Google this event, and they will see that there's a small charge, that you can bring food. There's a list of details there, but there will be speakers. It should be a good time.
And there's a beautiful mural over there. If you want a quick history lesson, all you got to do is walk right across the building, and it's all right there.
Yeah, great point. Well, thank you very much for joining us this morning, Mark. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. We'll get another check of our forecast and throw it over.
Alrighty, Joe, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Already, aerial flood watches in effect. Those will last until about Tuesday morning as all this rain will then get out of here. We're going to keep those showers going for most of the daytime today. Some heavy downpours possible in a few areas. With the flow of moisture that will be moving in, we're seeing a few showers moving in from the southwest going towards the east this morning, maybe a little bit northeast as well, but we'll keep this going. It'll fill in even more throughout the daytime today. There may be some breaks from time to time, but overall it'll be a cool, raw day with plenty of rain on the way, though, as we'll be watching this system right here tracking from the southwest going toward the north and east. We'll have to wait until later this week before things calm down and temperatures make a rebound. 70s and 80s will soon be back in the forecast, so this cool down today will be temporary. Let's talk about the tropics. Things really getting active over the weekend. No, we do have Earl out here. This is what Earl looks like at this point now, a tropical storm. And we also have Danielle. It's also a hurricane out there that's really getting its act together at this point. Not as impressive as what Earl looks like at this point, but giving you the bigger picture, though. Earl is moving towards the northwest at about 3 miles per hour with winds up to 50 miles per hour, and Danielle winds up to 90 miles per hour and moving towards the north-northeast at about 6 miles per hour or so. Here's the projected path here. So Earl is going to be tracking toward the north and east, maybe getting close to Bermuda and getting close to a Category 3 strength hurricane. So you may have to watch this closely for those heading over to Bermuda. Little areas to the north and east. Here's Danielle right here. This will begin to become extratropical, and this will be leaving us alone. So thankfully, we do not have to worry about Danielle at all. Neither do we have to worry about Earl either, but those heading to Bermuda may have to keep an eye on that one closely. Lower 60s is all we'll do today, bringing it back here at home with lower 70s for your Tuesday, upper 70s Wednesday, middle 70s for your Thursday, making it back to the 80s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Average high is 75 degrees, so we'll go from below average to above average later in the week. Dew points, so will not be too terrible, though you might notice them being a little bit higher with the rain chances moving in, but overall, we'll still remain in the 50s over the next several days. So nothing too extreme in the dew points department on the way anytime soon. Plenty of rain on the way today. You may notice a rumble of thunder from time to time. We'll keep the showers going later on tonight as well with areas of dense fog. But throughout the daytime tomorrow, those clouds will finally get out of here and things will begin to improve as we head throughout the week. As for the rainfall totals, definitely need the rainfall, but some areas could see up to 1 to 2 inches of rain before we're all finished up with lesser amounts the farther to the east you go. So your forecast for today, though, rain showers and cool out there on this Labor Day. Highs in the lower 60s, that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 50s, rain showers, some dense fog as well. Northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, decreasing clouds, highs in the lower 70s. Northeast wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Look at this. We're dry by Tuesday, mostly cloudy. Highs in the low 70s, upper 70s for your Wednesday with a mostly sunny sky. Middle 70s Thursday, a partly cloudy sky. And mostly sunny on Friday. Highs warming to the lower 80s.
Feel the difference of alpaca apparel from the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store in Belfast. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. With their incredible selection of socks, sweaters, hats, and more, experience the unique qualities that alpaca fiber brings with the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Salita's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Rennie's has everything you need for your dorm room or apartment.
Yes, we do. We got comforter sets, we got towels, mattress pads, pillows. We got it all.
Nice colors.
Yeah, nice colors.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Tonight, a two-night event. Who will check out of their fantasy suite?
Can you see yourself getting engaged? He's not ready. Am I too broken for anyone to love?
Today, I say we stand up and put a stop to boring baked chicken. I mean, enough is enough. So let me introduce you to a dish that's moist, packed with flavor, and it's ready in no time. I know, it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. We start by mixing some ranch dressing, garlic powder, and a touch of cayenne pepper in a shallow dish, and we set it aside. For the breading, we simply crush up some barbecue-flavored potato chips. This is also a great way to use up those chips that are crushed in the bottom of the bag. Now, we dip a few chicken breasts into the dressing and then into the crushed chips. Make sure you pat each one gently so the breading really sticks. Once they're coated, onto a baking sheet they go, and we'll bake them off until no pink remains. What we end up with is a tasty spin on fried chicken with a smoky barbecue flavor. The best part is that it's as crunchy on the outside as it is juicy on the inside. You could even serve a little ranch dressing on the side for dipping. To get the recipe for our barbecue chip chicken, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a chip and dip way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Well, fall is here, and the fun of fall frights is also back in Southern California. Disney locations are getting the jump on getting you jumpy with the return of Halloween events, which started on Friday. Disneyland California Adventure Park and Disneyland Resort will feature lights, decorations, and Disney characters dressed for Halloween. One big ongoing event is already sold out. It's the Oogie Boogie Bash at California Adventure Park, but Halloween lovers can still have fun on rides, attractions, food, and more in various venues. It's coming up pretty quick. I actually do not have anything planned for Halloween yet, and I do need to get that figured out sooner rather than later. Well, that just about does it for us this morning. Good Morning America is next on ABC 7. Stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's coming up next on Fox 22. Enjoy your Labor Day, have fun out there, and stay dry.
Your personal information gets exposed so often, it might as well be hanging in a museum. Everyday activities like online shopping, banking, and even data breaches may expose your information and make it dangerously easy to have your identity stolen. No wonder there's a new victim every 3 seconds.
Someone stole my information and tried to buy a car in my name. Felt really devastating, frightened, because I had no control.
And the ways identity thieves can steal and use your information are constantly evolving.
Someone used my information to open up bank accounts in my name. It was terrifying, not knowing what was out there and what had been opened.
Watching your accounts or monitoring your credit may not be enough, but protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock, a leader in identity theft protection. LifeLock monitors threats to your identity, and if an issue is detected, sends you an alert.
It was a big yes or a big no button. I clicked that's not me, and LifeLock took it from there.
If you are a victim of identity theft, a dedicated